Already got the carburetor cleaned up, whatnot. Going back together with it after drill out some holes and stuff on the bottom side and retap them for new screws back in it. I bought a little. I asked the carburetor guy I was telling you about what he used to clean his carburetors out with. And he said he actually just puts water and then this little acid stuff you can buy in an ultrasonic cleaner. At least that's what he does on aluminum carburetors, he said. And so I went down to the Harbor Freight Chinese tool store and bought a ultrasonic cleaner. It actually I put it up already, but it's over on the shelf. Left it in there for about half hour, 45 minutes, and it worked out really good. It did a nice job. I pulled it out and I didn't think it was going to do that great, but then you took the air hose and you just blew, and then the stuff, all the junk just literally blew right off the thing, all the crusted on old gas and everything, and I think got the ports cleaned out pretty good, which is mainly what I was going for. You can see it made pretty good work of it, and then the top piece and the bottom piece, it even cleaned up the outside, made it kind of shiny again. I think it looks kind of nice on a car if they have a nice shiny carburetor sitting on top of it. So now I got the overhaul kit and I'm putting her back together. Alright, this is the ultrasonic cleaner. I forgot I had to clean up the little parts out of the carburetor, like the jets and stuff. So yeah, I just put some water in here. You can fill it up about halfway full or however full it tells you to. Anyway, put the water in and then you set the time. Max this one goes 8 minutes, so you gotta just keep resetting it to get it cleaner. And then it's got the heat function, which I like to turn on there. And use that little this cleaning powder stuff. That does a pretty good job cleaning it up. And just hit. You can see the thing go to work there, but after a half hour, we'll see on these little parts how well they do. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It cleans everything up and gets all the little ports really clean. Okay, I got all the jets and stuff all cleaned up in the ultrasonic cleaner over there. The jets are all the same. These are all things I was looking at them. They got a number stamped on them for different sizes. I suppose a different size hole in them. These are 120 over 158s, and these are 120 over 160s. And so the metering rods here with the accelerator pump, I'm not sure exactly how that works, but those slide down through these. And the 158s are kind of snug on them, and so it must be the ones, so I figure it's probably 160s that go in there. So if you ever get lost, usually you can kind of find your way through stuff like that. Alright, I got the floats in it here. Set the float height. They usually give you the specs here on this. Says you have to check it there. You turn the air horn upside down, and just however far the float comes from the top of it is what you want. What we're set float level adjustment is the first one, then the second one we got to do is float drop. And we can look here. Got a 54 Buick primary float, which is this one because it's got the accelerator pump on this side. Is 1/8 inch, and the secondary one's 3/16 of an inch. So they send you this little cheap piece of paper with some markings on it, and they told you to come into this first line right here in the float. Get it on the edge in there. We're just, depending on how you look at it, we're between a 3/32 and a 1/8 inch there. So I'm going to call that side probably good enough. Come over here to this side. Yeah, I think we're about right on 1/8 of an inch there. So that's pretty good on that one. This other, what I said, I don't know what was 3/6 secondary float. Yeah, 3/16 of an inch. So measure it here, and we're sitting at about 1/4 on that side, so we'll bend this side down some. See if it didn't look like it did anything. Nope. These things are such fragile. Things always get paranoid messing with them. And they do get holes in them. I've had them leak before, and it floods the carburetor out, and you take it apart, and the thing's just full of. You sit there and shake it and hear the gas going around inside of it. For Pete's sake. There, that might have done something. Just over, well, depending on how well I cut on the dotted line on this thing. Let's go just a little more. I always wonder how critical this is, because obviously it was running when I took it out. Now it's not running, or well, it probably would still run, but figured we got it apart, might as well do a good job and make it run the best I can. Actually went a little too far. There he goes, 3/16 on that side. We'll do the same over here then. Alright, I got the float level set on them. Now I got float drop, which on this one you measure from the center line to the mounting face there. And let's see, it was the secondary float. I measured them. This one's supposed to be 5/8 of an inch drop from here to the float, top of the float there. And this one's 11/16. This one was about 3. This one is all right. This one's about 3/4. So I got to. You got this little tab that hits the needle valve seat back here, and you got to bend that out. So to do that, if it's holding down like that, let's see if we can just push in on it just a little bit, get it to bend. I'll try that and see if that did it. Looks better than it was. Oops, there's the center line here. No, I went too far with it. So now let's see if I can just bend that down just a little bit. Probably went too far again. Yep. See, maybe I can push in on that and get it to bend. Nope. Let's see. Well, maybe it did go. Boy, I kind of like that right there. Looks like about 11/16 is what they called for. I think we're going to leave it at that, not screw it up anymore. Alright, got the carburetor all together here. think it's ready to go back in the car. I think it went together pretty smoothly. Didn't have really any problems getting it back together. Took some pictures before just to make sure I knew how all the linkage and everything lines up, but it all works pretty good. The only thing I'm going to have to probably adjust is this automatic choke thing. I got that set about where I think it should be, but you know how it goes, and where I think it should be is not always where it should be. Sent about 5 different gaskets for the manifold, so you got to just have to look and see which one fits best on your particular carburetor and manifold. But I think it's ready to stick on the car now. Alright, I got the carburetor about back on here. I think I had to cut a bunch of these wires off, part of the wire off. They're so brittle. Things were so brittle, I was able to use the automatic wire strippers to take this electrical tape off that's wrapped up around here because it was so old and nasty. I had to reroute that. This is that automatic start thing I was talking about, or the start deal that's on the, you gotta put the pedal to the floor and then it starts. Well, ah, crap. Dang it. That was junk. If we get any left. One more. Try this again. Don't want to bend these wires too hard because they'll break probably, and they're so brittle. Then I got to trace them down in the dash wherever they go, and don't really want to do that. I think I just got the fuel line up, which I'm going to crank it over and make sure there's nothing in the fuel pump still right there, and then I haven't got the gas tank back yet, so I'll probably get a little 1 gallon gas can and just run it off of that for a while just to get it running. Had to cut about 4 inches off these wires to get into some decent wire. That's why things aren't cooperating. Heck with it. Well, I'm gonna have to rework that. Alright, I got the carburetor on. I think I got the wires all hooked up. This hose over here, the line I thought had rusted off. It's actually for the choke, and it runs down right there into the manifold to get some hot air up to the choke right away so that it can open it as soon as it starts making some heat. I think that'll probably do it for this one, and hopefully next video it'll be running.